Hi everyone, welcome back to my shop and welcome to my Beach Angel Tarot shop, and welcome to those that are new as well. So welcome back to those that aren't, and welcome to those that are new. And this is June's love weather forecast. So you will see me putting up readings for June way ahead of time because my schedule is so uncertain at this point and I want to make sure I get them up. So I'm doing them. When I get a chance to sneak one in here, I'm going to do that as my schedule allows. So you'll be seeing my June ones come up here and there way before June. Anyway, let's take a look. I'm going to open with the Romance Angels. It's not a deck that I go to a lot, but I am going to use it for June. And I'm going to use the Fairies. So we're going to kind of get a couple opening messages here just to acclimate to the energies of love and the weather forecast for June. Then I'll be using the Sawyer. I think this is called the Sawyer Tarot to do the reading. It's my right now all-time favorite. So focusing on June and what messages want to come from the Romance Angels. I feel it's this one, it kind of swazed out there. Swaze. Fairies. And I'm going to do a couple Rainbow Ring. Right now in my shop, and this one fell out, is Cheers. So celebration, happiness. And June is a big month for weddings, and it's a big month for graduation. So you may be finding that you're and have warning gossip. So this card to me represents repetition. It can be that somebody's gossiping in your relationship, but it also represents repetition, and we have preparation. So it can be something's going to repeat itself. So to prepare, prepare yourself for that as well. Undercurrents, generosity, which is Santa, and I love, love, love him. So it's going to be something good coming up, and I'm not going to get too deep into this because that was just a lighthearted message that came up. But with the Cheers one, I do feel that there's going to be a reason to celebrate. So something's going to kind of repeat itself, a pattern, but it's going to end up in a good way is what I'm getting. They want you to prepare yourself for that because there is definitely some positive energy coming. So it's like prepare for, yeah, it's like an underlying message. It's like they're saying prepare for positivity, prepare for positivity. Sometimes we will spend so much time preparing for the winter and hard times and all that, and we get focused on that. We kind of can maybe create more of it, or we're in an expectation of things being harder, or we need to kind of save up for this or that. But they're saying prepare for the positive. It's kind of funny how they do this. Okay, so forgiving and learning. So there's going to be in June, you're going to be doing this. You're going to be forgiving, learning a lesson, And, sometimes when we don't forgive, and the lesson kind of repeats itself, right? It'll come back around and say, are you sure? Did you really release that? They'll try to, hit a hot button there. So it says, as you release and heal the past, that you experience more love in your present moments. So there is going to be healing of the past. You're going to be releasing things from the past. Now, this can be, of course, in regards to your romantical partner, but it can even be in your own life as you're releasing past energies or things that you've kind of, you've reached a cycle, or you've traversed a lesson in your own life with, it could be anything. It's like a learning curve, they're saying, and you could be releasing and letting that go for yourself. And as you do that, you can see energies change within the dynamics of a romantical relationship as well. So the next one is, this is my favorite one, is my all-time favorite. Well, no, the birthday card in here is my all-time favorite too. And we have summer in the undercurrent, which is beautiful. And everything that you're asking for becomes yours in the summertime. And it says everything's okay. And the fairies, I absolutely love the fairies. And this is one of my favorite cards, one of my first favorite cards in this deck. But it definitely indicates that, yes, everything will be okay. And it's talking about summertime. So it could take up to the summertime, which we do start, to remind me, we do start summer season June 21st. So that will happen in this, in the June time frame, which I'm doing this way early in May. But I'm preparing, and I'm preparing for positivity. Obviously, I guess. They're saying. They're so funny. Okay, so let's see. Where we go with this reading. Focusing on the energies of love. And I know this isn't really a romantical type of deck, but it's the one I'm being guided to use. Ten of Wands fell out there, so this can be a card of heavier energy, something that's been heavy or burdensome. But in the same token, it also strengthens us, right? When you're able to carry those 10 wands, you are stronger then. Okay, they're saying no. And this one didn't want to come up. I want to see what it is, and it's the Four of Swords. It's kind of in reversal there. Four of Swords is talking about a respite, retreats type of energy. It could be we're coming out of that period where we're just taking time to be kind of zen, chill, peaceful about a situation. You kind of contemplating on the Three of Swords, perhaps past hurts, and you're kind of just resting on that and healing from that. But like I said, it was a little bit there in the reverse when I looked at it. So it can be that in June you come out of that. And there's some reason we might want to be kind of just keeping that in our mind. For this reading. Ooh, sorry. So let's see what comes up. I just felt like I wanted to get my selenite here. So the energy around your love life for the month of June is the Devil. This Devil is an interesting card. Because it feels, you know, when I get it, a lot of times in relationships, it feels very physically, you know, sexual, that type of energy. I don't like to get too deep into that. But definitely talking about that. It can be temptations, really thinking about a physical aspect of a relationship. The things that kind of bind us together too as well. Which could be any earthly thing. It doesn't have to mean it's bad. When I look at the Devil, I kind of see it energetically as the Lovers as the spiritual and the Devil as the physical parts of a relationship. And so this is definitely the earth realm energies in regards to relationship, the physical aspect. So perhaps if you haven't seen your partner, you may actually physically see them in the month of June. So it just means that physical energy that, you know, is important. So we're going to see where we go. I feel like it's going to kind of tie in. Yeah. How your partner is perceiving you in June. Three of Swords, and it was kind of in reverse there. So Three of Swords is a big card for me because it also represents the heart of the matter. It represents Mother Mary energy, Immaculate Heart, unconditional love, and I do feel it's playing in here. I even felt this card, the physical, and her being asleep and resting. This is also like a dream time energy. So something that was more of in the imagination becomes more physical for some. In the month of June. So it's something that maybe you've dreamed of or you've had a dream of that in the waking life can be painful, right? In the dream, just look how peaceful she looks. She's like dreaming and it's like, oh, but then when she wakes, it's like, oh, you know, it's a painful situation. So I'm definitely getting that something that someone has had in a kind of a dream or a daydream may become more physical in the month of June. How you're being perceived, though, is this Three of Swords, and really contemplating the energies of disappointment, pain, holding those pains, that type of thing. But it's also, in the same sense, don't get me wrong there, unconditional love in regards to it. So being able to withstand that and to have an understanding in regards to the energies that cause this disappointment and heartache. What you expect from your partner in the month of June, and this is an expectation, and it lets you see where you could be projecting in regards to your partner. So it's what you expect to see, but it's not really what they're going to do. You expect to see a Nine of Wands. And the Nine of Wands is really, she's in the yellow, so that you may be expecting them, of course, to stand in their power, which is a good thing, but you may be expecting them to be a little guarded energetically. And I feel like you're going to be expecting them to be a little stronger, in a sense, in some way, shape, or form. I'm not sure exactly what it's about, but it's like, I feel like for a lot there's been a retreat, a reprieve, and a resting period, and it's like you feel like this person's definitely standing confidently, you know, and they've been a little bit wounded, but they are present, they are showing up, and they are stronger in an aspect. So in those regards, that's what you're projecting. And in one way where you're maybe feeling that they're going to be a little bit vulnerable, or not vulnerable, but a sense of defensiveness, that could be a bad projection where you feel like they're going to show up and kind of be in a defensive mode. But on the other aspect, when I feel it into it, some may be trying to project, or they are projecting that they're going to also be a little stronger as well, which is a good projection. What you will actually receive in June from your partner is Ace of Pentacles, and it was a little bit in the reverse. But for me, this in the reverse is not bad at all. It means it's definitely being released and let go. A physical, they're saying it's that physical. It's a physical new beginning that comes from the clouds. It's the one that was dreamed of, and it was the one that was in the imagination and the mind, and the daydreams or the night dreams or whatever have you. But in reality, when you woke up from that, it was still just the thought. It was still just in the mind or the imagination. Here it comes from the sky, from that imagined place, into the physical. There's a physical offering. There is a physicality here, a new physical chance in the 3D, okay? That's coming in, and that's what you're going to receive. This is also a blessing. So something that your partner does is a blessing. And remember, sometimes they do things that don't seem that cool, you know, but they are, in an energy, they are a blessing. So see it as a blessing. Remember, Spirit was telling us to prepare for the positive, right? And because the positive is coming, this could be one of the most positive cards in the tarot for me, because it is the Pentacle. It means really something tangible that is coming, that is a blessing. Something your partner would like you to do more of in June, and it was again in reverse. It was the Three of Cups, and the Three of Cups talks about things coming together, you know. And I'm getting 3 levels for some reason. It talks about reunions, reuniting, and coming together. And I'm getting 3 levels. It may mean something to someone. I'm going to read from the booklet, because this one I feel like there's a message here. It says, one would say that motion is constant as evidenced by life itself, the symbol of the Trinity, and the passage of time with all that entails. We are born, we live, we die. It's what we do, it's what we are and do in the instrument that counts. Living is meant to be fun. Gather with your tribe, drink from the waters of life, allow every meeting of friends to be a celebration of that life. Even in death, there is joy and fulfillment of a life well lived. So it's definitely a level here of living is meant to be fun. In the midst, we are born, we live, and we die. So in every stage, there's a sense of stages and levels here. Could be moving things to another level. The fact that this is number 3, that's talking about the Trinity, and of course it can also indicate a higher self. But they want you to have fun. What they want you to do is live and have more fun in doing it. Don't take things so seriously. It's like a sense of lightening up here as well. And a coming together and a celebration and a reunion type of energy emotionally. A special message of awareness from the angels on your union. 2 of Cups, which I love. And it was upright. So the 2 of Cups is of course, you know, coming together. I'm going to read from the booklet. It says, dueling emotions, everything under the sun, moon, and stars are swirling around at one time and at the same time. So that can be what this 3 is, because it mentions the moon, the sun, the moon, and the stars swirling around all at the same time. So it's like the universe kind of bringing everything together. It feels very magical, very fluid, very movable. Where there are 2, there is potential for a harmonious relationship and all that love entails. Friendship, affection, union, engagement, marriage of 2 souls. Go with the flow and allow that which you've always wanted and desired in a partner to wash over you. So it was a beautiful way to end this reading. And I'm going to let it go at that, I guess. I was kind of getting a little bit there from the moon and the sun, but I'm going to let it go because this is a general reading, and I may put a link to this reading below, but right now, this very moment, my shop is closed. It may reopen in the future. I'm just kind of going with the